Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you think that wrath and worship go together? Like, is anger and worship the similar attitudes that you have them at the same time? Would you go to a worship service and have a sense of, I'm so wrathful at the end of today's worship service? This is an interesting question, but in Revelation 15, the two ideas come together. There's the service going on in heaven. The heavenly host is there. They're praying for God to fulfill his will. They sing a song of praise to him. And then the angels that are about to pour wrath upon the earth show up. And verse 7 says this: one of the four living creatures gave to the seven angels seven golden bowls full of the wrath of God, who lives forever and ever. Verse 8, and the temple was filled with smoke from the glory of God and from his power, and no one was able to enter the temple until the seven plagues of the seven angels were finished. Wait a minute. This is the cloud tying us to the presence of God showing up, and with that presence is the wrath of God is wrapped up in the worship of heaven. And I think that's a little startling to see that, because I don't think we think of our worship tying us to the wrath of God. In fact, we've got some nice songs like I love your presence, right? I love your presence. And it's a nice song and it's sweet, but the presence of God here in Revelation is also the visceral wrath of God about to be poured out on the earth. And sometimes this is maybe one of the ways our worship is a little bit too selfish and too much about us. It's about the nice feelings we have and think about God, and not as much about the stuff that God needs to say and do about the earth. Another similar song, I heard it the other day. It has that chorus, night and night, let incense arise. Night and night, let incense arise. And that sounds really nice, and it's a warm thing, and people sing it and they get into it. But that incense rising is the prayers of the saints from earlier in Revelation, and their prayer is, how long, O Lord? Like the incense prayer is, we're waiting, God, for your justice to come back down. We gather, we pray, our prayers go up seeking the justice of God. God's justice does finally come down with wrath poured out upon the earth. And so I think there's a challenge to our work. There's a place for us to sing about our love of God's presence, but there's also a place for us to sing about the judgment of God that is to come, our longing for justice, our longing for the world to be made right, our longing for things to be different than they are. And unless our worship is fully reflecting that longing for God's way to be on the earth, unless we're really praying with Jesus in the Lord's Prayer, may things on earth be as they are in heaven, unless we're really praying that for the kingdom to come down, then unless those prayers really do contain a vivid sense of justice, then I think our worship is probably a little bit thin and weak and needing refinement. So, more words from John's Revelation on worship. Bless you today.